welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Be careful, little pencil-neck shiffy. You may have gotten away with all of your illegal and certainly ethically questionable and corrupt actions so far, but one day, your actions are going to catch up with you. At some point, accountability is going to rear its ugly head. And you know what? I think accountability might be here, and it might be served under the name Paul Sperry. Many of you guys are familiar with Paul Sperry. He's a journalist. We've covered many of his investigative reports over the years. And last year, we covered the banning of his Twitter account. And a couple days ago, thanks to Elon Musk and the Twitter files, we learned that the request to ban Paul Sperry came directly from Adam Schiff's office. Well, Paul Sperry now responds, is claiming that Adam Schiff broke the law, which I certainly think is correct, and he is planning a lawsuit. Things are getting real, folks. The Biden administration is being sued, and now so is Adam Schiff. And even beyond that, Kevin McCarthy is being pressured into starting a new church-style committee. Things are getting real, and this might just be the year of accountability. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, take a look at this. How Democrat Adam Schiff abused his power to demand I be kicked off of Twitter simply due to a personal vendetta. Written by Paul Sperry. Back from holiday vacation, I found an interesting email waiting for me in my inbox from Matt Taibbi, the independent journalist that Elon Musk tasked with reviewing and releasing internal Twitter documents about decisions to censor content and ban users from the platform. Paul Taibbi wrote, "Just found a crazy email on Twitter. Did you know that Adam Schiff's staff asked Twitter to have you banned?" This is context that we covered the other day, so hopefully you guys are up to date. But essentially, there's an official internal Twitter email directly from Adam Schiff's office asking the social media platform to ban Paul Sperry. They initially refused, and then a couple days later banned him anyway. I was gobsmacked. This would explain why Twitter could never give me a reason for suspending my account, even though I had broken none of its rules. Schiff, the powerful Democrat chairman of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, made his request to ban me through his staff in a November 2020 memo to Twitter. 3 months later, in early February 2021, I was kicked off of the platform. Why would a congressional leader sworn to protect the Constitution and First Amendment want to muzzle a veteran journalist? Like authoritarians everywhere, Schiff did not like critical reporting. The man who vowed to protect our democracy from Donald Trump wanted to censor the free press. In articles for Real Clear Investigations, I outed his anonymous whistleblower from the first impeachment of President Donald Trump, a name that we literally cannot say on this damn platform. Talk about free speech, so we'll have to blur out that name. But of course, you guys know exactly who it is. A Democrat who had worked in the Trump White House as an Obama holdover. I also exposed this individual's prior relationship with one of Schiff's top staffers on the impeachment committee. My reporting cast fresh doubts on Schiff's claims that the 2019 impeachment process happened organically. The New York Times had already busted Schiff lying about prior contacts with the whistleblower. Initially, Schiff publicly stated that his office never spoke with the whistleblower before he filed his complaint against Donald Trump, when in fact a Schiff staffer had huddled with him, something Schiff's spokesman Patrick Boland was forced to admit after the Times broke the story. The staffer was never identified. Prior contacts led to suspicions that Adam Schiff's office helped the whistleblower craft his complaints as part of a partisan operation. In the censorship demands Schiff's office sent to Twitter, Misko and the impeachment inquiry are mentioned. It's not clear if the individual is too, since some names are blacked out. Schiff demanded Twitter remove any and all contact related to them. Unlike in other cases where Twitter did censor accounts, officials there originally argued that this, quote, isn't feasible. In his list of demands, Schiff tried to justify banning me by claiming I was promoting a false QAnon conspiracy, which I have never done, and I challenged Schiff to produce evidence to back up his defamatory remarks. Schiff knew better. He knew QAnon was a trigger for Twitter censors who were suppressing QAnon posts. Yet even Twitter's liberal gatekeepers appeared skeptical of Schiff's claims. If it is related to QAnon, it should already be de-amplified. And so this is a little bit of a rehashing of previous events, of course. We all know Adam Schiff's false claims about the whistleblower. We know his deep state schemes to unseat Donald Trump. But now we have direct evidence that Adam Schiff's office used his government seat and his government influence to pressure a social media firm in an effort to ban, suppress, and censor a member of the free press who did nothing wrong, definitely did nothing illegal, was simply reporting on his investigative piece into Adam Schiff's impeachment inquiry. Now we're learning New York Post reporter Paul Sperry is gobsmacked and considering a lawsuit after Musk's Twitter files suggest Adam Schiff tried to get him banned. And what I have to say is do it. Friggin' do it. These lawsuits need to continue piling up. No more can the Democrats and their adjacent allies get away with their shadow operations, their unconstitutional actions, their defamation, libel, and slander. Paul Sperry clearly believes he has a case. I believe he does as well. And so I say, do it. Actually, here's a Twitter thread from Paul Sperry getting into some of the details about his perspective on his potential case against Adam Schiff. This is the oath that Adam Schiff violated. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution, including the First Amendment, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Developing DC press corps, including Washington Post and Politico, have failed to cover congressional leader Adam Schiff strong-arming Twitter to ban a journalist, abridging press freedom and free speech despite the smoking gun email released from Twitter files, protecting a prominent Democrat. Democrat Representative Adam Schiff abused Article 1 of the Constitution, which states Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. It's gotta happen. It's now or never. We have the evidence, and so it's time to take action, following in the steps of Alex Berenson. For those of you guys who are unaware, Alex Berenson is the person who successfully sued Twitter. Twitter was then forced to reinstate his account. Well, again, thanks to the Twitter files, we learned that the Biden administration directly requested Twitter to ban Alex Berenson. He was then banned a couple days later. Well, Alex Berenson, as we know, is suing the Biden administration. Alex Berenson says he is going to sue the Biden administration for pressuring Twitter to ban him.
Do it! Just do it!
Paul Sperry should do the same. And if it all happens at once, Adam Schiff getting sued, Biden being sued, and the church committee all in one shot, well then 2023 is going to be one heck of a year. And honestly, what I'm really hoping for is for the Republican House to show some courage, do the right thing, and issue subpoenas to all social media companies. Because it wasn't just Twitter, and it still isn't just Twitter. I don't really want to rehash what happened last year specifically to my channel, but it was a very, very scary time for us here at the Liberal Hive Mind. That's basically what I'll say. And it happened right around the same time. The same timeline that we're seeing from all of these internal documents at Twitter. Was the FBI, were prominent Democrats, and was the Biden administration involved is my question. We deserve answers. There needs to be transparency and accountability, and there needs to be some sort of legal repercussion. Otherwise, Democrats and their federal allies will feel emboldened to just continue on subverting the Constitution with their mass censorship campaigns and beyond. There has to be a stop to these abuses of power. And so we're counting on Alex Berenson, Paul Sperry, and House Republicans to stand up and do the right thing. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you guys are up for it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.